So, are you in a good mood?
As a probation and parole officer, Stephen Hawthorne has witnessed a lot.
That's when I watched the officer get shoved,
On March 14th, Hawthorne was driving through Holdenville
trying to break out these lights in the railroad tracks.
when he saw an officer wrestling with a suspect near this train crossing.
The suspect pushed our officer and then got into a foot pursuit, became engaged in a struggle.
Among other things, Hawthorne is a defensive tactics instructor.
Technique always beats strength. So, here we are.
And he was not about to abandon a fellow law enforcer.
I don't know when you're going to fight. I don't know who you're going to fight, but if I knew the date and time, I would gladly be there with you.
The probation and parole officer jumped out of his car and raced to help the struggling policeman.
Went out across this field. I lost sight of him behind the barn over here.
The suspect, who had already served time for DUI and drug convictions, was wanted on outstanding warrants and was not going back to prison peacefully.
He was on top of the officer trying to choke him out. So at that point, watching that fight unfold, it was one of those get in the fight. I wasn't going to let him fight alone. And I was able to strike the individual, put him on the ground, and was able to get him in cuffs. And everybody went home.
It was the officer's first day alone on the job. The Holdenville police chief expressing gratitude for Hawthorne's heroics.
It could have turned out real bad. I mean, the guy may have had the upper hand on our guy, and we could have had a real serious incident. My officer was sure glad for him to show up.
Whenever Steve sees someone in trouble, rendering aid is the only option.
I was in the right spot at the right time, but any of them would have helped me just the same way as I helped them.
It is Hawthorne's selfless commitment to keeping his community safe.